Hi YouTube. Okay, just a little bit more information about pet discrimination and some things that people have never considered. I just watched an old Christmas movie. It was called It Happened on Fifth Avenue. And the reason I'm bringing this up is there was a scene in there where these couples were looking to rent apartments but and they lied that they had children because kids used to be discriminated against, where so many apartments would not rent to anyone with children. They didn't want children there. So obviously laws were able to get changed. Enough people fought against this, and now, of course, it is a huge thing that dare anyone get caught discriminating against anyone with families. Well, this is what we need to do for our animals. Today, so many people are living all kinds of different lifestyles. We're not the typical family, to a couple with the children. There's so many single people, there's seniors, there's every type of family in the world. And most people today want to live with animals. Animals make our lives so much happier and stress-free and healthier in every way possible. They help people get along better with their neighbors in so many ways. And so this movie just blew my mind that they lied about it, and then they accidentally got caught in their lie that they had children. And the landlord said, "Nope, you have kids? No kids here. We don't want any kids here." And that's exactly how people today are treated with their animal families. Even though people who adopt from shelters are saving our whole country on taxes, on all of the money that goes in to pay because there aren't enough homes for animals at the shelters. There's an abundance of animals, not enough homes, and so many people want animals and they can't afford them just because of the excessive discriminatory fees charged by these rental properties. And just as a reminder, as I've mentioned in the past, um, smokers, people that smoke in apartments, they can cause up to $15,000 worth of damage in the apartments. To try to rehab a smoking apartment, they'll have to pay for the excessive amount of paint jobs and the special things they'll have to put on the walls and ceilings to attempt to get the smoke out. Very often they have to replace parts of the walls. They very often have to totally replace appliances. They almost automatically have to toss the whole carpet and padding and the blinds and or curtains if they have that. I mean, they literally have to take apart the whole place for anyone that's smoked in an apartment, and yet smokers are not charged anything like smoking rent or non-refundable smoking fees or so-called refundable smoking fees, which would be ridiculous because there's automatic damage. And the other things to consider is when we have animal families, very often we're bringing kindness and love to our neighbors with our animals, where smokers are automatically causing secondhand smoke um, for everyone. They're automatically harming people and animals that live around them because we share over 60% of our air with our neighbors who smoke inside and even outside on their patios. The air comes through the outlets, through the pipes, through the vents, through cracks in the wall. So if your neighbors are smoking, you are smoking, and your animals are smoking. You're paying all these high vet bills and high doctor's bills just because you're living next to smokers. I very, very sadly recently lost a cat that had excessive coughs, and she lived in all of these smoking properties. And so some people and animals are definitely going to be more susceptible to the secondhand smoke. I'm one of those people. My one cat was one of those animals. And more people are dying from this, and more animals are dying from this, and our expenses are higher. So anyway, I've covered other YouTube videos on the trying to get some smoke-free properties for people who don't want to live with smoke, and also carpet-free properties. But this is strictly on pet discrimination and to compare costs and damages, and why this clearly is an issue of discrimination, that they used to discriminate against kids, not allowing kids. They do allow smoking, even though it causes thousands of dollars of damage, where animals have never even come close to causing any kind of damage of what a smoker costs. So anyway, please continue to talk about the topic of pet discrimination. I'm new to these YouTubes. If there's a way of commenting, that's great. Let's get a conversation, and please talk to your management companies about pet discrimination, living smoke-free, living carpet-free, and basically living in happy, healthy rentals. We all deserve that right, and with the amount of huge rental complexes out there, we definitely should be having options where different places can offer different amenities. And so keep up the conversation. Thanks, YouTube.